Now, I want to move on to the religion part of this show and keep speaking about pastors. Of course, we've been speaking about Pastor Zondo, but a South African delegation is back in Nigeria to try and repatriate the bodies of 11 South Africans who are still missing in the Nigeria church collapse. And despite the fact that there seems to be evidence that TB Joshua knew that his church wasn't structurally sound, that it was a disaster waiting to happen, people still flock to see him. And there's this very interesting, to me, concept of these personality leaders of religions. We see it a lot in the Christian faith, where there are these really sort of charismatic, schmaltzy men who have thousands, millions of people following them, even though they're kind of schmucks.
Yeah. People want somebody to tell them what to do. And I think a lot with these religious leaders, like you mentioned, the charisma, men want to be like them and women want to be with them. And sometimes we just want to absolve ourselves from making decisions. We want somebody to tell us what to do. And that's why people go into this whole cultish kind of thing, where they want somebody to lead them and tell them what to do. The one particular pastor, I mean, he got people to eat grass and drink petrol.
Right.
Okay? That's next level.
Right, but the people said tasted like pineapple juice.
Yeah, that's next level. That goes beyond faith for me. So it's, people need to be responsible for the decisions that they make, and you can't always blame these leaders, even though they are manipulating them. They are getting rich. They're using God they're using God to sell something. But I do believe, to a certain degree, all these people need to be held responsible for being led so blindly.
Right. Yeah. So all the blame's not on the pastor. You're a thinking adult. You get to make a decision
you have to. You have to make a decision by yourself. Somebody told you to eat grass and you did it.
I don't even eat those wheatgrass shot things. No.
Yeah, that's not good for you though.
I know, but I wouldn't. So.
I have that when I'm hungover because it's so horrible. I'm convinced it's going to cleanse me.
And doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
It makes it worse.
Yeah, it does.
But I think what's also interesting is how the families have actually reacted to the whole situation with him paying, like giving money to have the families flown into Nigeria and paying for the funerals and stuff like that. But I watched this one interview with a kid whose mom died when the church collapsed, and his reaction was rather bizarre. Like, he was just like, yeah, when the bodies come, if she's there, she's there, if she's not, she's not. And I was like, I'm not sure how you're dealing with your grief, but it's just very weird. But I think it's also that whole, people are somewhat okay with what happened because he is paying for stuff. And we all know that funerals are expensive, and so now it's just become a whole thing of, it seems like people have forgotten what happened and now are just like, oh no, it's okay. I mean, he's paying for everything, so surely he's a man of God, so his intentions are in the right place. And you just like, I feel like people are moving away from what actually happened. Like, people died, like people, got injured and stuff, and all you care about is just like, this young man was just so chilled, like, oh, if she's among these bodies, then yeah, we get to like bury her. If she's not, then we'll find her.
Yeah, but isn't that just the problem, that when it comes to these types of leaders, money talks. They're often wealthy, they drive awesome cars, their wives are these sort of perfect creatures on their arm, and their life seems to be so amazing. Just this week, I got a press release from a man who calls himself a bishop in KZN, who was saying that he had raised a little dead child. From the dead, obviously. The child was dead. He made the child live again because people who follow him aren't supposed to die young, and they're not supposed to be poor. Except for the fact that the vast majority of his congregation in rural KZN are very poor. So I just can't make sense of it.
You're selling a sense of hope and this thing of faith. And another thing that TB Joshua said was that it's the will of God, that this accident happened in the church because of the will of God. And that's what he told people, and that's what they bought. Like, God, this disaster happened because whatever reason God made it happen. People were happy with that reasoning. And a lot of these pastors do pry on the poorer communities, like we can heal you, we can change your life, we can bring wealth into you. They're selling the sense of hope, and people want hope. That's it.
I mean, like 70 or something South Africans actually flew all the way to Nigeria for that. And we do have local pastors, so what is he giving them? I mean, he sells holy water, and I'm just like, that should surely be free when I go to church. I should get that for free when I'm at church. So it's just this whole weird thing where how people are also putting money to hope, like what you said about hope, like people are willing to pay for that. Like it seems like hope is not enough anymore. Like I need to have the hope, but I also need to pay for these things to happen. I need to pay for my prayers to be answered, and these men are just getting richer, and then these poor people that are following them keep following them all the way to Nigeria, and then families now also going to Nigeria, and I bet you now that will probably be like a landmark of some sort, like come see what happened to people.
Some holy land.
Come pay and walk on the cement.
No, I hope not.
You know?
But you can also see it, like I see it on my Facebook timeline. Share this post and Jesus will answer your question. And I'm like, are you serious? You think that if you share a Facebook post that your prayers are going to be answered? And thousands of people do this. They share it, they go and they like it. Anything for that sense of hope.